In the 15 and 1600s, women would make an eye drop from the belladonna plant, better known as deadly nightshade plant, the highly poisonous flower. Belladonna meaning beautiful woman in Italian. The eye drops would dilute the individual's pupils, creating a look thought of as beautiful and seductive. In Renaissance Italy, this dusky, lustrous appearance of a lady's eyes was considered to be the height of beauty. It was fashionable in the 18th century for women to sport enormous decorative wigs. They were often secured with lard and lots of it. Georgian women did not tease their hair into shape, but instead added extra volume with padded forms called rollers and cushions. Sewn with wool, cloth to match the wearer's hair, these were shaped pillows stuffed lightly with down or sheep's wool. The hair was literally draped around the pillow and pinned into the desired shape. They would also wear wooden frames that were glued on with beef lard for extended periods of time, even though they were often infested with lice. Syphilis is a sexually transmitted disease treated today with a dose of antibiotics, but left untreated can cause serious problems. One of these is hair loss. And in the 15th century, syphilis reached epidemic levels in the Western world. Antibiotics weren't around yet, so the disease would ravage those infected with quite obvious symptoms. Because of its association with the disease, baldness was a highly embarrassing condition. Long hair was trendy, practically a status symbol, and going bald could make you lose your reputation. Men suffering with syphilis hid their hair loss with wigs, sometimes made of human hair, but more often made of low-cost options like horse or goat hair. In order to further hide infection, the wigs were doused with lavender and orange-scented powders. Fake beauty spots or moles became popular in the 16th century in France, and the fashion continued into the 1700s, spreading into Spain. They would be made of silk or velvet and would often be in the shapes of stars, hearts, or crescent moons. Whilst looking fashionable, it's also thought they were used to hide syphilis sores. Women in the 14th century considered a large, rounded forehead to be one of the most beautiful features a woman could have. To achieve this, they would actually pluck their hairlines to elongate their foreheads. Although the church at the time disapproved of this practice, and to hide the evidence, women would cover the hairline by wearing caps, veils, or hoods. To further accentuate their foreheads, women would also pluck their eyebrows to a barely there look and keep their eyelashes short. In 1936, Mrs. Evangeline Isabella Gilbert of New York invented a contraption intended to be worn around the face to give the user a perfect set of dimples, the perfect companion to any beautiful face. The odd-looking machine had 2 wires either side of the face, which would press into the cheeks and supposedly cause dimples to form. They came with these instructions. Wear dimplers 5 minutes at a time, 2 or 3 times a day, while dressing, resting, reading or writing. Look into the mirror and laugh, and there will be a semblance of a line where you should always place the dimplers until your actual dimples are made. For my newest subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing. It really means the world to me. And if you're new to my channel, please do support me by subscribing and helping me make more videos like this one.